Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about ganking and how to try and avoid ganking. Now this came about after the video that I posted yesterday in regards to carrying stuff through HiSec regarding the Triglavian datasheets. Now somebody posted obviously you can use a Sunesis in order to get under 2 seconds align time, and yeah, pretty much you're uncatchable. Now, I have heard contrary to this, so this morning when I woke up, obviously I read the comments and thought, I'll do a little bit of research on this. And I came across this interesting article here. Now, this basically states that if you've got a 3-second align time, then yes, you are relatively easy to catch. If you've got an under 2-second align time, then obviously you are much harder, but can still be caught. In order to not be caught, you would have to have an under 1 second align time. Now, I will link this in the description for anybody that wants to read it. It is pretty interesting, it's very detailed, and it will give you all the ins and outs that basically I'm not going to bother going into. So anyway, I was minding my own business, browsing a little bit of YouTube, and came across this guy. This guy had just released a video, or had a video that basically was EVE Online, stop losing billions of ISK, and it pretty much goes into the warp mechanics and how to try and avoid it. Now, again, check this guy out. He's pretty new, but his content was very good. Really enjoyed it, and I posted a comment, and we're going to a bit of a discussion in regards. So I thought I would do a little bit of testing on the test server, because obviously I often move billions around in HiSec, usually in something relatively small and pretty quick, and I'm generally pretty confident that I'm not going to be caught. However, that doesn't mean obviously that you can't be caught, but I was under the impression that under 2 seconds you were pretty much invulnerable. Unless obviously you got unlucky with lag or you got bumped or something random happens, but thought you were generally okay. Now obviously after reading that article I wasn't so sure, so I thought I'd jump on the test server and give it a little bit of a whirl. So I must state that I'm not a ganker at heart. I have done a bit in the past but nothing much, so I may be doing something wrong here, but if you do know anything that I don't, then please feel free to enlighten me. So we've got faction sensor boosters in the mid slots, and we have faction signal amps in the low slots. Now potentially obviously you can use more ships to get better scan res, but for this base or with out the sensor boosters active, we have 1835 mil. And on an alt I have a Maulus here with Shadow Serpentis remote sensor boosters, and obviously scripts in the slots there. So with the two combined I should have a pretty good lock speed, and basically we're going to check to see if I can get through with an alt. So here you can see the Maulus that we have, and basically we are going to check out the scan resolution with it, with the remote sensors active and my sensor boosters here. So that takes us to 4,800, and when we activate the remotes that takes us to 6,100, and then we're going to see what we can get it to overheated. So with these, bang bang bang, that takes us to 7,463. Now again, I'm hoping that's high enough. We'll soon find out. So what's going to happen here, my alt is warping to the gate. As we can see, I'm sat on the other side ready to lock it up when it jumps. Now it's on autopilot to the system, hopefully the next system, and here we go. So activate all the sensor boosters. Now obviously I have a bit of an advantage here because I know exactly when they're jumping and when they're going to decloak. And target was invulnerable. I couldn't lock it before the ship got into warp. Now do bear in mind I live in England, Nottinghamshire, or Nottingham, which is what, 200, 180 miles away from London. Now, apparently, obviously, the closer you are to London, the better ping you have. So I don't know whether that's an advantage or a disadvantage in the case that obviously I'm doing both here. Now, obviously, I can't move myself away or do anything, so I'm just going to have to deal with it as it is. But yeah, I don't know how big a difference that makes. And so to elaborate slightly on that, if you hadn't read the article, the closer I am to London, the less ping I have. But obviously that goes for both ships. So if I was trying to scan somebody that lived in Australia, for instance, they would obviously have a higher ping and my ping would be pretty decent. Now, the way that the server talks to one another, it goes backwards and forwards, and obviously if my request gets there first or within a certain time frame, then it gives me an advantage over somebody who has obviously a longer ping from further away. So here we go again. Overheat, overheat, get ready, jump. Oh, there we go, come on. Overheat the sensor boosters, turn them on. Now I'm going to prime already, ready to lock. See, I can lock it, but I can't get my warp disruptor to activate before the ship gets into warp. So I've tried that a good number of times. Now I'm going to fit on a medium shield extender to see if that makes it possible to lock. So I've done about 10 attempts in total, although I'm not going to show them all because that would be incredibly boring, but yeah, I've done about 10 attempts and I haven't been able to lock once. So let's put a medium shield boost extender on. That will increase my signature radius, which may hopefully make it easier to lock me. So let's get ready. Overheat, get ready to jump, autopilot. Go on. And here we go. So let's see if this makes much of a difference. Nope, still can't lock. Okay, so this time we're going to try it with 2 shield extenders to see if that makes it possible for me to lock my alt. So again, this is not to state that you can't be locked. I've seen it numerous places where it does state that you can be locked unless you have the under 1 second aligned time, but I thought again it would be interesting to do an actual real scenario. Let's put that off a second. An actual real scenario. Still can't do it. So this time we're going to go with the 3 medium shield extenders that basically puts my signature radius up to 111, and we'll see again if this makes any difference. Now, I'm skeptical whether I'm going to be able to lock it in time, but again we will see how we get on. But it does show how hard it can be, obviously, to catch somebody that is in a fast ship here. Yeah, go on. So here we go again. So last time, come on. Still can't do it. So again, not a massively comprehensive test, but a good look at the possibility of being able to scram somebody with sensor boosters, etc. And again, how hard it is to catch a Sunesis. So pretty good ship, even with the shield extenders. I wouldn't obviously recommend these if you were on the live server, but as we can see, any ship locking you isn't going to have Federation Sensor Navy boosters in or any faction stuff for that matter, because again this ship is going to get concorded as soon as it makes a lock on you in high sec. So yeah, would appear that the Sunesis is a very good transport ship for high sec and is incredibly hard to catch, but as I stated earlier, that does not mean that it cannot be caught. So I hope that was helpful, I hope that was useful. Again, always fun to try out to see whether, again, the articles are accurate basically, or whether again you can replicate it. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't manage to replicate that at all there in any circumstance, but I will link the article and the guy's YouTube channel in the description, so again check them out if you've got any questions, etc. Then obviously you can see what I was reading this morning, and again you can see the original YouTube video that led me to make this video. So I hope that was fun, and yeah, a bit educational for trying to get through gate camps, etc. in high sec. So thanks for your time.